Welcome to HR Insights, where I simplify human resource concept. On today's episode, I'm going to be discussing how to create HR report for beginners. Are you new to human resources or just curious about HR analytics? This is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the basics of HR report. We'll look at the functions of an HR report. We'll look at the common types of HR report that are available, and we'll dive into the various tips to create your own HR report. So let's get started. Before I dive into how to create your own HR report, it's critical for me to define what an HR report is. HR reports are data-driven documents that provide insight into various aspects of an organization's workforce. They help HR professionals and business leaders to make informed decisions that are based on facts and figures. By creating an HR report, you are presenting the fact and the figures, and these facts and figures will be useful to take data-driven decisions in the best interest of the employees as well as the organization. HR reports are very important, especially for beginners, and here are a few compelling reasons. 1. Workforce monitoring. Keeping records of your employee headcount is very critical to spot trends in real time. 2. Management information. If there are no regular reports that are being presented in terms of the people data and workforce data, it's very difficult for organizations to be able to take decisions. And that takes us to the third reason, data-driven decisions. Now, there are a few strategic decisions that organizations will need to take, and it becomes difficult if there are no data to back it up. Organizations do not run on emotions, they run on data, and it is your people data, your HR report, that would give backing in terms of data-driven decisions that are strategic to the organization. Common types of HR reports. Recruitment reports. Your recruitment reports would help to track the progress of your hiring efforts from job posting to onboarding. Metrics that you'd be interested in a recruitment report would be your cost per hire and time to productivity. Then we also have turnover and retention reports. This helps to understand why employees leave and how to retain top talent. And interesting metrics to be tracked under your turnover and retention report will be your turnover rate, your retention rate, and average cost of turnover. Also, we have your diversity and inclusion report. The diversity and inclusion report helps to measure diversity and assess inclusiveness effort in the organization or within the workforce, as it were. Then, interesting metrics to track here is your workforce demographics, your gender pay gap. Interestingly, in some countries such as the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, gender pay gap is a statutory report that must be done on an annual basis. Then we have training and development report. For training and development report, this helps us to measure the effectiveness of your training and development initiative within the organization. And interesting metrics to track are your training cost per employee and your training return on investment, ROI. And we also have employee engagement report. Your employee engagement report helps you to measure the effect of employee engagement initiative within the organization. And the interesting metrics to track under your employee engagement report would be your employee satisfaction index and the popular employee net promoter score, ENPS. Creating an HR report can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Here is a simple process for you to follow. 1. Gather data. The starting point is, where is my HR data? Am I working with the employee head count or demographic information, or am I doing a particular survey that I need data from? Gather your data. 2. Choose a reporting tool. In order for you to be able to report your HR data, you could use an HR software to do that, or you could use your native Microsoft Excel to create your reports. 3. Design your report. Remember, in designing your report, a picture speaks louder than 1,000 words, which means you must make the HR data you've gathered to be visually appealing. And you can do that by using graphs, charts, and tables in your design because that helps you to present your report effectively. 4, analyze and interpret. It is not just enough to do the report. Choose your tool and visually represent it in a data visualization form. You need to be able to analyze the numbers. You need to be able to interpret and show insight. What decisions can be taken based on the data that you have visualized and you have analyzed? You need to draw insight from there. And 5, you now need to share and collaborate. This is the stage at which you share your report with your stakeholders and your management team, because it is actually very critical to get feedback from them based on what decision you want them to take on the data you have presented to them. HR reports are powerful tools that drive positive changes within an organization, as they help organizations to take decisions based on fact and figures and not emotion. And they are also very critical because the decisions will be beneficial to the employees and the organization as well. If this video has been helpful so far, I'm sure you would find this particular video helpful as well. Feel free to drop your questions if you have any in the comment section below and let the conversation continue.